Good afternoon. Welcome, teams. Today is November 21st. This is the start of the coach call. Craig, you can go ahead where I interrupted you. Sorry about that.
Sure. No problem. Well, good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight, those of you that are here. I was just discussing that now that teams are advancing and or have been for a while, all the teams should have gotten emails telling them which sectional they're headed for, which is just really reconfirming what was probably told to them at the tournament. So we've been getting questions about payments, and that's addressed on the Slack channel. One of the big issues was, well, we've only got 2 weeks until the next tournament. We're not going to be able to get the school district to cut a check in time. Just letting everybody know that, we're not going to deny anybody the opportunity at the sectionals just because the $25 hasn't come in yet. We'll keep track of that. It's a big difference keeping track of 200 teams at $165 versus 54 teams at $25. So everybody's made the commitment to, stepping up to pay at the regionals. So we'll be more on an honor system, certainly for the sectionals and state championship. So that was kind of the issue that was brought up a couple of times in the last couple of days.
Jen, I know you had a question about addresses and locations of the next levels of tournaments. I'll let you ask that if you'd like.
Thank you, Jay. And I did see Brian did post an answer, but I'll ask the whole thing here so we get all of them, both of them. We've had a couple of mentors and parents that are interested, especially considering it's December in Wisconsin, reserving a hotel the night before. So we're looking for confirmation of the locations with addresses for both the Waukesha and Mukwonago sectionals. If somebody could post those.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I posted Waukesha. Those two facilities are like 15 minutes apart, so it's not terribly far. I don't know the exact address. Jeff, did you post that?
Yes, I just posted a link in Slack, but the Mukwonago sectional is at Mukwonago Middle School, which is, I think, about a half mile away from where the high school tournament was this past weekend. And then Brian posted in Slack also that the Waukesha sectional is at Waukesha South High School.
Yeah, I think they call the middle school Parkview. Is it Parkview or Parkside?
I think it's Parkview. Yeah, I just
Parkview
don't know how many I didn't know how many middle schools there were in Mukwonago, so I didn't want to assume something.
Okay, yeah, I see your question there, Jen. So Jen is saying her audio is not so good, so posting the question, we knew this one was going to come. So where and when is state?
All right, so I'll do my best to address that, and unfortunately, we don't have a definitive answer yet. We have our feelers out for a variety of different places. Our goal is to have it February 4th, but we can't do that until we actually have confirmation of a venue. This actually anyway, we're working on it. We're gonna publish it the moment we have it locked down.
Okay.
Appreciate that. And thank you for sharing the information on the sectionals locations.
And we'll put the sectional locations in the weekly letter that's going to come out on Wednesday this week.
And my brain may have blanked when I was looking for the Mukwonago. Did you actually give the name? It's Waukesha South, right? Where the Waukesha one is, Brian?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I was looking for Mukwonago when you guys were talking about that.
Yeah.
We had a couple of questions come up during our meeting today. Back with the old format, I know in the judging rooms, the timer would start as they walked in, and sometimes it was like when they had a minute remaining or when they got to the end, there would be someone who would frequently say, 1 minute or time's up or something. I don't remember hearing anyone call that out last year. And my kids, well, they're hoping that isn't called out because that always really turned them into the deer in the headlights when that happened, but they want to know so they're prepared if that is still a standard thing and they just didn't happen to have it last year or what.
It's actually kind of up to the judges. Some of the judges really like that 1 minute warning. One of the things I've been telling the timekeepers when I instruct them is not to yell it really loud, just loud enough for the, just say it loud enough for the judges to hear it. So they can, it's really to help the judges manage the team.
Okay.
That's what I had tried to have happen with it, but
We have in the
I-
past had the timers just kind of raise their hands if they're in the
Right.
eye line of the judges, just so that at least the judges can see them and they're not distracting the students. But sometimes the students do want to hear it too, so it's kind of a
Right.
hit or miss.
Yeah, we always used to like the time callouts too.
The other question they had, now that several tournaments have happened, is with the 2 homes and launches, where are the extra kids standing? I'm assuming that's kind of been squared away now.
Yep, it has. It's a fair question. So the way we've been doing it is, I'm going to just kind of give you rough estimates of measurements here. So we're coming off the back corner of the table, each side, and back about 3 or 4 feet, and just we're taping out a box for the kids to stand in.
Okay, so 2 separate boxes, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah,
And
correct.
that middle section is kind of where the ref is standing.
Yeah. So so obviously the 2 kids that on each side of the table, there's no box there for them. We're talking about the extra kids.
Right.
Is where the box is. So yeah, the referees are typically standing in the middle, and the head ref is standing on one of the sides between the tables usually. So that's kind of how the natural flow of things have been pushing everyone.
Okay.
It's been working pretty well. I mean, so far I haven't really had any issues. Where are you guys competing at, Peggy? You're the only one left. Jen?
We're in Janesville.
Janesville. Okay, cool. There's our... All right, sorry, I was just reading chat. You guys can just ask any questions you have. I'm not sure we're going to have anybody else coming tonight, as most of the tournaments are the first round.
Yeah,
of
it's a holiday
tournaments have
week.
gone.
yeah, it's a holiday week.
Come on, Peggy. I know you got more questions than that.
That's all they have right now.
All
They're
right.
they're really looking to get on our regular table again because we've been practicing on such a warp table that
Mm.
it's been a train wreck. So we're really hoping that their robot works on their good table. Otherwise, well, they will be sad.
Well, I mean, I obviously don't need to tell you guys this, but just make sure you guys are taking the precautions because all the tables aren't going to be perfectly level everywhere we go. So make sure they're
Right.
capturing any fuel units that they want to keep, stuff like that. So
Yeah, ours is just so warped because we have to set up and take down where we
Right.
have been meeting.
Yeah.
And so we made it out of like 1/4 inch lightweight wood, which
gotcha.
seriously has warped in the last couple months. So
Sure.
yeah.
So when do you get back to your regular table then?
Well, with Thanksgiving and they have a on location meeting next week. It's not till next Thursday. So they'll get
Okay.
3 practices and hopefully they'll pull it back together.
Nice.
So,
I'm sure they'll work it out.
A quarter inch plywood that's really thin.
Yeah.
Our newer competition tables at tournaments are half inch plywood hardwood surface, which seems to work fairly well. Earlier tables were at a 3/4 inch, which also works well, but considerably heavier.
Yeah, and they had the 2x4
Yes.
sides too, right? So they were.
Well, all of our competition tables now have the 2x3 sides.
Yeah, but the old ones weren't the 2x4.
Many years ago.
Yeah.
But all of the tables in our trailers now are the 2x3 sides. One set is 3/4 inch plywood. The other set of them is half inch, which seems to work fairly well.
Yeah, we haven't any issue with any of the tables as far as being out of size or out of spec. I do notice that as we get further along, they tend to get a crown. A little bit of a. That's what I was kind of saying, Peggy. Make sure you guys are intending on capturing and retrieving anything that you want, because I mean they can roll depending on sometimes even where the sawhorses are set underneath. So. All right. Anything else you guys need or want or questions or information or?
I'm here shaking my head. I know you can hear it.
I'm just kind of looking through the Slack channel real quick to make sure there's nothing I wanted to share off of there. I don't believe there was. I think Craig addressed the payment issue. One more vote on Slack for them liking the traditional format style. I have to say, I actually liked both tournaments this weekend. It was both of them were great. So I thought the McWanago one was very well run, and the Franklin one was great too. A little bit of excitement with the fire drills, and but it was good. So. So we had, both of the different style of tournaments, the all day and the what everybody's calling the traditional, and they both seem to work fine in my opinion. So, I guess we could say that. So I don't know if Greg has made a decision on what format he's running. I don't know if he gets a decision on that, but Waukesha will be what we're calling the full day tournament. Yeah, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Craig, I don't know if those guys get an opinion on what type of tournament they're running for.
Well, considering that the regional that Greg coordinated was the all-day alternating, I presume he's going to do the same thing for the sectional. I will confirm that with him.
Okay, yes, please. I just want to let the teams know if they're going to a different format as opposed to what they saw the first round. So.
Well, in fact, Brian, didn't we talk about that? I think we decided that we were going to do the all-day, so it was consistent, both sections.
We talked
Either way.
about that last week. I didn't know if there was a decision made.
Okay.
We talked about that after the call last week.
I don't have any reason to believe he's not doing the same format. I just want to make sure we're telling teams if they're not going to if it's something they're not expecting. Okay. Well, I guess if nobody.
So I will.
Sorry,
I'll confirm that and publish.
Okay.
Can I just ask quickly? I'm sorry. There's just the one more. There's nothing this weekend, but then there's one more weekend of regionals, right?
No, two.
Two more.
Yeah, December 3rd at Oak Creek, December 10th at Janesville are regionals. December 10th also has a sectional at McWanago, and then December 17th is sectional at Waukesha.
Okay, so it would be fair to say that it's possible that if they're going to a sectional, either one of those, they likely will not get a schedule until the Tuesday before, at least. Is that fair?
Tuesday.
It's not uncommon to get it, not get it till the week of.
Okay, because like there are still sectionals occurring the week before the regional, right?
Hang on a second. Gotta check my master sheet.
Okay.
The 10th is the last regional.
Okay.
And the 3rd is the regional, the last Oak Creek feeds into McWanago. I looked at that yesterday.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I see.
Right.
I see what you're saying. You couldn't possibly have the sectional schedule for the second tournament because you don't know the teams yet.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I think
So
that
I
makes
just
sense.
Oak Creek will be on the 3rd, so 7 days later, its sectional will be McWanago on the 10th. I
Okay.
believe.
Okay, I just wanted to let
Check
my
that.
parents and mentors know that they don't expect anything before Tuesday at the earliest, maybe even Wednesday or Thursday. I mean, really, does the day mostly start around 8:00 regardless?
For you mean regardless, as in both style of tournaments?
Yes, like that would
Yes.
be
Yep.
that would be probably the earliest start time. So if they should just plan to be there around 8 a.m. would be fair.
I think that's about when it's been starting, 8:30,
Okay.
something like that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's helpful.
Hey Dan, welcome.
Yeah, sorry I'm late.
That's okay. We're in the question and answer phase here, so feel free to comment or question, anything you'd like. We have Brian, Craig, Jeff, me, Peggy, the two Jennifers.
What's the only question I have, and I'm guessing the answer is we're not sure yet. Do we know what the state is?
Oh, you already missed the answer, Dan.
Oh, okay, I'm late.
Craig gave out all the important information. I'm sorry we're not allowed to repeat it. So,
Oh, boy.
no, he's still looking for information. He's going to let everyone know the very moment we have something locked down.
All right. Do
We
know
are
what-
shooting for February 4th. We just don't know where yet.
That sounds awesome, because I'm at an FTC competition the 11th, so I was hoping it wouldn't be the 11th.
That's exactly why we're trying to make it the 4th.
Awesome. Very smart.
Yeah, we're aware of that date of the 11th, so we're gonna not want to hit that one.
Excellent.
Jen, I see your message, and I absolutely agree. Jeff, thank you for everything throughout the years. You've been a great mentor and referee and friend, and I appreciate everything you've taught me. And you've been great for the program. I appreciate everything, bud.
Yes, we do. Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Jeff.
The kids are going to miss you, but they're excited they still have your picture, but they're going to keep that one around. So
So, just so you know,
Don't scare anybody with that.
so Peggy, I have a Jeffrey the referee turkey hat.
nice.
So the referee will live on. Unfortunately, I really can't wear the hats. I get too hot wearing hats, but we'll see if we can make Julia wear it or something. She'll wear anything. So, all right. Do we have anything else, guys? I'm happy to. We're happy to go over anything you want. We kind of expected it would be a little bit of a quicker one here with all the tournaments having passed already. Well, most of the ones. Okay. Nothing being heard. You guys all know how to get a hold of us. Everyone knows by now. Brian, I really don't know who needs what as far as volunteering at this point. I think I can reach out to a couple refs for the Waukesha tournament and get that situated.
So Oak Creek, I think, was sitting fairly well. I think they could use a judge or two.
Okay.
I think they said they were okay with refs. Do you know?
Yeah, we're good. We're good there.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I'm sure McGuanago is going to need a few yet.
Okay.
Janesville probably needs some. And yeah, I would ideally like another 12 judges actually at Waukesha. And I've got 8 right now. I'm shooting for. I'd like to get 4 on our panel and do 5 panels. So
Okay. Well, there's our call out, guys.
that gives me 2 things. That gives me a nice set of judges out there, but also, gives me some if somebody calls in sick kind of things and not being too tight.
Okay. Well, I know we're still getting some pretty good views on the videos here, so people are watching them after we post them. I think we were in the 40 or 60 view range. So hopefully, if some of the coaches that are your tournament season's over, or some that are not competing that weekend, can help us out with judging, that would be great. Come on out and see what the judges are up to. All right. Anything else, guys? I think we're good. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
You too.
Happy Thanksgiving. all.
Bye.